I'm going to welcome up on the stage Tia Ballard and Dawn Bennett. Everyone, round of applause.
Hi. It's all good. We're both going.
Cherami's coming, guys.
Well, that's all right.
She's
He's
right
coming.
now.
I'm missing a chair.
I think these are our chairs.
Oh. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, you can be louder than that. Hi.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. There we go.
Oh, they're like theater seats.
Yeah, these are weird chairs.
I know. They're
I almost
comfortable
fell.
chairs. They're nice that they're
Ooh,
cushioned.
I feel like we're at school.
It's okay. We'll get the other chair for when she...
Okay, so Fairytail 101. I don't know a lot about it.
Welcome to Anime 414.
Thank you.
Have you been to Milwaukee before?
I haven't been here since 2019, I think.
Ooh, so pre-COVID.
Yeah.
So the whole world is different at this
I'm
point.
different. I'm built different.
We're all different. Oh, okay, we got one more.
Oh, wait. Oh my gosh.
Here she is. Oh, that's a spoiler.
All right, everyone, give a round of applause for Cherami Leigh.
Isn't she so pretty? What?
Yes, we got a pile of bags back here.
Hi guys. I got really short legs. I walk slow. I tried.
Well, we actually just sat down. We
Oh,
haven't even
sweet.
done introductions or anything.
Amazing. Perfect.
Welcome.
Hello. Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
We were talking about, I'm wondering if, has anyone been to Milwaukee before?
Yes.
Yes.
I have been to Milwaukee twice. My dad's from Lodi. My mom went to school at University of Wisconsin-Madison, so I'm a huge Green Bay fan. But also, I love anytime I get to come to Wisconsin. I have family here, but I don't get to come as often as I would like. So I'm always thrilled anytime I get to come back.
Well, it's great. Yeah, we love having all three of you here, so welcome.
Yeah, you guys have to get brats and cheese curds while you're here.
Yes.
Cheese curds so bad.
Yeah, you have to. Please, it's necessary.
I always think the best fast food cheese curds, which cheese curds you can't always get fast food, is Culver's.
Culver's is also in Dallas, and thank God it went to Dallas. It's so good.
It's one of those weird restaurants that some reason made it south.
It's so good. There's also a Culver's like less than 10 minutes from the old Funimation studio. And that was, if I knew I had a very short lunch break, I would go to Culver's, eat in my car, and go back and record. So there were many a time that I had Culver's on my lunch break of a long 8-hour Fairytail day.
That sounds like a great
Yeah.
day. Great. Well, do you all, each of one of you want to introduce yourselves a little bit more? Let everyone know who you are, what you do, what's your favorite things? I don't know.
I guess I'll go first. Hi, everybody. Hi, I'm Dawn M. Bennett. I play Frosch in Fairytail. I also play Aegis in Persona 3 Reload. What's up? Kale in Dragon Ball Super. Yukong in Honkai Star Rail. Y'all have phones. Google it. My brain always goes blank on panels. I'm like,
No,
what have
it's
I
true.
done?
The lights, it drains everything out of you.
It does. It's like zapping away my brain waves.
I made a joke to someone. I said, we've signed so many NDAs that as soon as you sign it, it's like, puts the fear of like, oh my God, I don't want to lose my job. That when you're in front of people with lights, you're like, I don't know anything. It's like the Men in Black thing. It just like wipes your brain.
Next convention's gonna all be in the dark.
Yeah, and then we'll remember everything.
Everything, yeah.
Hi, everybody. My name is Tia. Well, thanks. I like that name too. I am an actor, director, and producer. But in Fairytail, I play Happy the Cat. You may also know me as Zero Two from Darling in the Franxx, Nay Nay. Thank you, Nay Nay, and Toilet Bound Hanako. And thank you, and a whole slew of others. And that's all.
She's also like a master gardener, so if you need
I am
tips,
a master gardener.
she can do that.
Is it more flowers or food?
Both.
Oh.
I'm the master.
My bad.
Hi, I'm Cherami Leigh. I am a voice actor who's done a little bit of directing, but I mainly do acting. I play Lucy in Fairytail, Asuna in Sword Art Online, Makoto in Persona 5, V in Cyberpunk 2077. Oh my gosh, it all just went. It's Sailor Venus and Sailor Moon, and that's all I can remember. Right, Kotro and Kotro Lives Alone. Those are the only ones that popped into my head. So I'll remember some other ones later.
All right, 5 more. There you
Oh
go.
God, no.
I'm kidding.
Oh God.
Cherami, can I tell you?
Yes, yeah.
I picked Makoto in Persona 5.
Did you really?
She's the best one!
There's no best one. They're all really good, and I remember when we were recording it, I got brought in to work on it. I know it's a Fairytail panel, but I got brought in to work on it, and I said, they were telling me about all the characters, and I was like, who's playing the class president? That character sounds great. They're like, you. And then they were telling me about the other characters. I was like, they sound like a cool character. So after learning about all of them, I was like, you guys, this is an embarrassment of riches. How will people choose? These are really good characters. You need to stop. And they go, we won't. And they haven't. They have really good characters for everything. It's a good problem to have.
Well, so all of you have worked in a vast variety of different genres of animated video games. Is there a character type that you gravitate towards more or kind of feel at home playing?
Like we get cast as, or that we like emotionally?
Maybe both. Either an archetype that maybe you get casted as, or maybe even just one that you're like, I enjoy doing this the most.
Oh my gosh, for me it's anytime I get to go Looney Tune bonkers. Like me turned up to like a 10 or 11, the high energy when you walk out of the booth, you're absolutely exhausted. That's my jam.
Has there been one that you've done and you're like, okay, maybe that was too far? Like this one is this is the craziest that I will ever go comfortably.
You know, no. But I will say there's a show called No-Rin. I think it's called No-Rin. Oh no, I don't know if it's called No-Rin. Anyway, I play Miss Becky, and that's all I can say actually about Miss Becky. She's a lot.
I like Miss Becky. I feel like that's what when we describe people, be like, oh, she's a Miss Becky. She's a lot. That's cute. What about you?
I think it's kind of weird. Like, I don't know about like, I like it when I work with studios and they're like, we're gonna use you for both parts of your range, but like the extreme.
Yes.
So like, for Dragon Ball, for instance, I get to sit up here, but then I also get to sit down here.
Yeah.
And it's so fun for me.
You feel so zen at the end of a session. You're like, oh my gosh, I feel so at peace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so nice because like you get to like really like exercise like the most of your range out of. So I love doing that. Or like for Nintendo, for instance, like I got to be, high-pitched Nabbit. I'm not gonna do it in here. That Nabbit is so high it could reach dogs. But then also Shaz from Fire Emblem, which is just like my regular voice. So I like getting to do that. I like getting to like really stretch my range. So I feel like I've got to do that a lot.
I like any of the super emotional stuff. Like really, really dark, really emotional. I love getting to do that stuff. Doesn't matter age or vocal type. Anything like I had a director get a commission made for me, and they said, is that emotional enough for you? Because they were like, every time you do, like, they'll always go a little too far. And I'm like, there's no such thing as going too far and too emotional. So, yeah.
Well, kind of connecting to that emotion then, voice acting can be very isolating. So what is something maybe people might not realize about the emotional side of performing behind the mic?
Well, we always record separately, and so it can be really tricky if you're doing content and you're the first one to record because there's no one around you. So you really have to rely on the director, or if you're working on a video game, whoever is there from the studio to let you know like context of how big you can get, how emotional you can get. If it's a video game, what are the elements? Is it raining? How far apart are you? Because with the animation you could see that. But all of that kind of stuff can be difficult to navigate when you're the first person in because you don't have the parameters of where you exist in the world. That's another reason why I love, on the opposite side of the emotional thing, getting to come to conventions. This is like the only time I get to see other actors. And get to talk about the things that we work on. The only time I get to see you lovely people that love these projects, and I get to hear how you connect with the characters, which is very special. Because my family will watch things that I work on, but they don't necessarily want to talk to me about all of the little tiny scenes that I work on or the nuance between the characters. So it's such a gift to be able to process and share all of those big emotional moments that we all went on when we're playing the game or we're watching the anime. Because we want to be able to process it too. That's part of, you know, playing the characters. We're fully in it. So that's really special to get to come to conventions and do that.
Great.
Repeat the question.
What's something that people might not know about being behind the microphone, especially when you are so isolated and that you are dealing maybe with like emotional scenes and stuff like that?
So, I know you sit behind the mic, but I do also feel like it's kind of isolating in your career in general. There's no rules about what the right pathway is for anyone. I'm sorry. So we kind of have to learn by osmosis from each other.
And everybody's path is different.
Everybody's path is different. Everyone's desires are different. I was at a con like 2 weeks ago and I didn't want to do something. And the owner of the con was like, well, so-and-so did it. And it's like, so-and-so's
that's
career
fun.
is not the blueprint for mine.
Yeah.
So just to like, yeah, everybody's career is different and we all want different things. And that can be a very lonely experience, especially if you come from a family that, I don't have any actors in my family.
Yeah.
I come from like blue collar, like my sister works at a bank. So the colleagues I have up here, that is my family in relation to this career. And there's always learning and growing, and we do a lot of that from each other. But when you're at home and you're just with your people and your dogs and your kids, it's very kind of isolating.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my answer.
When I also, as you're saying that, I was something that I realized a little while ago that I was like, oh, I would struggle with that too. There's times in your career where you're working a lot, and there's times in your career when you're not working a lot. And both of those things are the cycle of the way it works. But when you're working a lot and you're around other people, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm around people that understand what I do. You kind of feel like the pulse, you feel included. If you're in the cycle, when you're not working a lot, you get into that fear of, oh my gosh, will I ever work again? Nobody likes me. I'm not doing all the right things. What am I doing? And it's just the way it works. Sometimes you're working a lot, sometimes you're not. But it can feel really painful, really, sometimes really depressing when you're not working, because it can, I feel like you can sometimes fall into the trap of wrapping up your self-worth in how busy you are, and that's not great.
I always describe it as like, oh wait, they forgot about me. Oh wait, no they didn't.
Yeah.
And then just like a cycle
Yeah,
forever.
Totally. Yeah, forever, yeah.
I was gonna say, to add on to that, more recently we've had like a new thing come into the mix to complicate those feelings is, it's the worst. It's, oh, now there's a new fear. Are we marketable enough?
Yeah.
Because now, you know, like not every company, thankfully, but there are some that are like, well, how are their social media numbers?
Sure.
How can we use them to market our product too? How many Instagram followers do they have? How many likes? How much engagement do they get on their posts? And it's like, that's not what we signed up for.
Yeah.
We signed up to be actors. That's what we study. We're here to create genuine human connection, not to be analysts. And now that's a new thing that we have to think about, which I don't want to.
Yeah.
But that can also be really isolating when you're trying to focus on giving a good performance, but now you have to worry about this little, oh, but did my selfie get enough likes? So, you know, it's so much that we have to balance, and I don't know, my hope is that one day we'll go back to like not caring about that.
Or that, like, it could be a choice. Like, you know, if I mean, there's friends of mine that are incredible creators on TikTok, and there are some people that are incredible with YouTube. And there are some people that, like, they're really great on panels and on stage, but like they don't feel comfortable using TikTok or Instagram or whatever the case is. So I'm like, just creating things the way you feel most comfortable creating things. I hope that becomes the emphasis again. But again, like everything goes through its cycles. It'll all evolve and change, as it always does.
It's really interesting too because I've got quite a few conversations because I've directed and I've worked with casting directors and I've worked without casting directors. I've got into quite a few arguments that I won't talk about here. But I will say some people like to use people with a large social media following. Other people like to discover people.
Sure, absolutely.
And like there's no navigating that as an actor.
And I was going to ask, has that been frustrating for you as a director where you say, this is the best person for this job? And they say, no, we think that they, worked on enough projects, we don't want that to overshadow. And you're like, but this is the best person for this job.
The arguments I've got into where people have said some of the most unhinged things to me, knowing I'm also an actor.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Bizarre,
Yeah.
bonkers. But again, I can't talk about it
But
here.
again,
I'm happy to talk about it over dinner.
It's the industry. It's a wild, I told people, I started working in this industry when I was 6. And I'll tell people things that were said to me when I was 9, 10, 11, 15, 16. People are like, but isn't there like an HR, that shouldn't be allowed. I'm like, but in this industry,
Right.
everything is allowed. You take what is a constructive criticism, and I always tell people if it's a criticism that when you hear it, you go, I don't want to make that change, that doesn't feel right for my soul, then throw that out. That's not valid for you. If it's just like a criticism of like, could you try this in a higher pitched voice? We think this voice sounds too similar to someone else in the show. Okay, fine, that's a creative adjustment. But if it's something about your persona, for lack of a better word, if it makes you feel icky to like take the note, then that's when you walk away and say, this is not the right project for me, because it can be very easy to like want to people please, people say, well, how badly do you want to be in this industry? You can work hard, you can keep grinding, you can keep doing, because we all love what we do. But the reason we got into this and the reason we get cast is because there's a spark in our essence that is unique to that character. And if we start to lose that spark and we start to lose that light because of the criticism or the politics or all that other stuff in the industry, that's when you go, I gotta take a break from this and find out what makes me happy, what is the love for this, so that you don't lose that. Because that's the joy in what we do.
That's so true, and I feel like that's a rule for everything.
True. Yeah.
That was a great question. No, but I think the great part too is that you're unraveling some of these hidden, I don't even know if they're secrets, but these things that maybe people that are in the audience that are inspired to be a voice actor of some way, shape, or form, and they don't know any of this information because it's all the unspoken stuff.
Yeah.
And so now you're uncovering this,
Yeah,
and it's really nice to
It's
see.
the not so fun stuff.
Yeah, it's the hard truth in reality.
Correct. Yeah.
It sounds like sometimes voice acting auditions need to be like how they do for a symphony, where they have just like a wall so they can't see who it is, they can't tell who it is,
And
it's just
sometimes they do.
straight
Like
performance.
usually, I mean, most of the auditions that I've done, they have us come in. We just get the audition sent to us in an inbox, which can also be very isolating because you'll do like sometimes 10 auditions a night, and you're like, I will never hear how they felt about any of these things that I put a little piece of my heart in, and they may never respond. And then years later they go, oh my God, I loved that audition you did like 6-7 years ago. Would have been nice to get the note. But no, that's not the way it goes.
Well, I think that's a great transition to my next question. Is there a role that you have done that you don't get as much recognition for, that you kind of wish you would, maybe? Or it's like, maybe you put in a little bit more into it, and you're like, yeah, this is it, and then maybe you don't get as much people coming up, cosplay, autographs, something like that.
I got one I can think of. I don't know if anyone's watched this show. Has anyone seen a show called Gleipnir? Okay, cool. One or two of you. Awesome.
Always one.
Thank you so much. So, Gleipnir, it's not for kids. If you're a kid, don't watch it. It's not. It's just super violent. Is the thing. It is super violent. There's
Good
also
clarification.
nudity.
Good clarification.
But in episode 2, I play this character named Tikala, who's very angry and like just fights the main character, and like I don't know. I can't compare it to Dragon Ball because like Dragon Ball, it's like fun still, you know, fighting people, but you're having fun while doing it. Gleipnir, it was just brutal. It was so brutal. It's not a spoiler, it's episode 2. My character straight up gets like shot in the chest, like her chest just bursts open because she gets shot by a giant gun. But I had so much fun voicing those fight efforts, and everything lined up so well. It was directed by Amber Lee Connors. She did a fantastic job. Like, people ask me, oh, have you ever almost passed out doing Dragon Ball? No, but I did almost pass out playing that character in Gleipnir because it was just such high energy efforts, and I'm really proud of the work I did on that, and I never get anyone coming up about that.
Yeah,
it's so fun.
I got to work on a film that recently came out on Hulu. It was the new animated Predator movie. And I have one little scene. I play the younger version of a main character. And that was very cool. I got to do a very unique accent that I sent it in. I was like, they're gonna think this is awful. But I remember I went into the booth and it was like such a quick scene, but I was really happy with the work. I felt like I was like really there, present emotionally. So that was very special to be a part of. And then I got to work on Addams Family 2, and I recorded that at home during the pandemic. And I got to play a character named Ophelia, who's like a little pig girl. So like to record an entire movie that was in theaters and had a theatrical run from my little closet during COVID was like a very exciting thing. But those are two that, because they're such tiny roles, people don't usually want to come up and talk about those, but I really loved getting to work on both those projects.
Yeah, she's so cute.
Designs in that movie are so
They're
good.
so fun. It was a blast.
So good. I play a vampire in Shiki. And
Such a good show.
right? It's really good. And I played her, so her whole thing is that she is a country girl and she's moving to the big city, or she wants to, even if she's a vampire. And I won't say what happens to her in the end, but I'm glad it didn't happen to me. I was playing her right as I was moving from the country to the city. And there was this moment where she's so close. She's like leaving the cornfields and reaching the city. And I can't tell you what happens. But again, I'm so happy it didn't. But I felt in the moment, I was like, is this an omen?
Oh, wow.
Am I not meant for the city? Am I a country mouse forever? No, I belong to the world.
Yeah.
I'm too country for the city, too city for the country.
She got to
Just
live on-
my lot in life.
She got to live on through you.
Yeah, there it is.
Okay, now everyone has homework on what they should go watch, all right?
Yeah, that's very cool. That's a good show.
All right, so we're gonna open it up to Q&A. Any questions from the audience? So if you wanna calmly, slowly, safely line up one by one at this microphone up here in the front. We'll take your questions. All right, we'll take you first.
Hi, my name is Hussein. My question is actually for Kia. So,
Oh, I'm so sorry, we can't hear
You know,
you.
tilt the microphone towards you a little bit. There you go.
hello, can you hear me? Oh, yeah. Hi, my name is Hussein. My question is actually for Kia. So whenever you're in the booth and like Happy says like, I say, like how do you feel like, I guess like, do you feel like annoyed or like because he says it a lot, so like.
You know what's funny is I only feel annoyed when it's a director who's never watched Fairytail before, and they're like, say aye, sir. He doesn't say aye, sir. He says aye, sir.
Yeah. Oh, that would frustrate me too.
It is frustrating. Or if if a director calls Happy a girl, I'm like, hey, I'm a boy.
That's not. It's especially hard because we were spoiled for years with the same director, same writer, and they knew everybody backwards and forwards better than we did, and they had read the manga, and that never happens, that we have the same director for so many years. So yeah, it can be very frustrating when you're very spoiled and you're like, we have a team that knows these characters, and then they say like, oh, you know, one of those trope things, and they're like, that's not the way we do it.
Yeah, and you don't want to correct your director.
No.
So you don't even go here.
us. But you have to say the phrases right.
All right, thank you so much.
All right, what is your question?
So my name is Brent, or Charlie the Unicorn, because for no reason. I just overheard a conversation when I went to Dawn's table earlier. And here's my question to Cherami. 353 episodes later, Fairytail.
That's crazy.
How do you see yourself as Miss Lucy Marphelia through the years, up to the 100 years?
I remember the audition very, very clearly because I was not going to audition for Lucy because I thought I really wanted to work on the show and I thought I didn't have a chance. And the director was like, just give it a pass. So that's why Lucy is pretty much my voice because I did not rehearse and work on it when we had the binders. So yeah, if you had told me way back when that I would be playing this character, was it like almost 15 years later? Yeah, I would not have believed you. I would not have believed that it's hard to believe when I have friends that have worked on camera shows. It's a huge deal when a series makes it to 100 episodes. Like there's a cake, there's a huge celebration, the whole team celebrates. In anime, that's not the case. We don't really have benchmarks of like, oh my God, this show made it to 100 episodes. This show made it to 200 episodes, 300 episodes. Some shows 1,000 episodes.
One Piece.
Yeah, there's not really like a
Detective
huge
Conan.
celebration for it. And I was thinking about that the other day as like sometimes the disparity in the industry of how much we celebrate the success of an on-camera project, but we don't always, as actors, get the same way to celebrate because we don't work together. I think if we all recorded together, it would be a very different situation, but because it's so different. So when I thought about that process, I was like, man, you've been very lucky to work on many shows that have gotten past that 100 episode mark. And that is really something to be proud of and also grateful for because we wouldn't get to that place if you guys didn't watch. So thank you guys for watching and for supporting the shows so we can get to play a character for 15 years. There's been many moments with Lucy where Cherami has worked through personal things because Lucy is going through things. Lucy had a monologue where she says, I'm gonna join Fairytail and I'm gonna strike out on my own. And I was like, I should probably make a go at moving to Los Angeles because I'm playing a character that has this much confidence and faith in herself, then I'm a hypocrite if I don't do the same because the director saw something in me that we had that in common. So there's been a lot of ways that my characters have kind of like held my hand and helped me work through emotional things or things that I was scared of and made me take a risk. So I'm very grateful to her. I'm very lucky to get to go on this journey with her. I love her very much.
And we continue in the 100 years quest.
Oh yeah, I mean
5 more
we're
episodes.
halfway through. We've got to finish it. That wouldn't feel right.
Yeah, January 5th of this year was already the ending of the first quarter.
I know.
We still got a long way to go.
We still got a long
my
way to
friend.
go, and they're still creating the manga from what I hear. So
Yep.
hopefully,
53, my friend.
I'm waiting for them to say, just kidding. At the end of the 100-year quest, they're like, now we got a 750-year quest. We got to do that next. So I wouldn't be mad about it.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much, Cherami.
Thank you.
For everything.
Thank you. Thanks for watching.
Hello, what's your question?
Let's just take it back a bit. How do you think your characters would fare against Natsu in a snowball fight?
What fight?
In a snowball fight.
In a snowball fight.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, against
You remember that happy?
Well, Natsu would die. It's snowballs.
Okay, fine, a fireball fight.
A fireball, well, that's a very different situation. For all of us.
Oh, I think he would forfeit. Because Frosch is cute.
Okay, you're not wrong.
I thought you said sumo fight. I don't really have an answer. I just gotta tell you it was a really funny mental image.
I'm pretty sure you remember that episode, Happy, right? It was a filler though.
I like a snow cone fight. against his fireball fight, or I'd just be like, Natsu, we're gonna put you on a boat, and then we'll see how you do that way. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you for your question.
Todd was only
Hello.
Oh my gosh. So obviously the life of like a Fairytail fan has been like all over the place because you get like it go for quite a few years, gets canceled 2014, then you go like the final season and we're split it up like 5 different ways. But obviously throughout the years you've voiced so many different versions. Like Lucy has like 5 at this point. Technically Happy, you're kind of in Eden Zero, so got it like 2. Sadly, Frosch, I don't think you have any other versions yet, maybe. On your quest, maybe that changes that. But how do you make like the different versions of you different between all of these?
There's a distinction between Happy, Fairytail, and then in Eden Zero.
Man, that's a... When Happy turned into 2 guns in Eden Zero, it was really cool. It felt weird playing him in Eden Zero because my other friends weren't there. I think that like Natsu and Lucy are together in like a background image. And I was like, take me with you! Like it felt weird. I will say, I said this at my table earlier, if you start Fairytale from episode 1, Happy's voice is very, very high pitch. And that changes over the course of the show. And it's not because I got old, okay? It's because I can still get up. No, when he meets Carla, he becomes a man. And about whenever she comes in, his voice drops. And that was a choice. In fact, the director used to have a sticky note that he put on the script that said, Happy is a boy, he's a man, so I wouldn't forget and pull him back up. So, fun little factoid there.
I love that. I want a shirt that you have like at your table that says Happy is a boy, he's a man. That would be so cute. Yeah, there's so many iterations in the Lucy lineage. I think the only time it really got tricky was when we had the past Heartfilia and then Layla trying to differentiate the two. So, but yeah, they're in different age brackets, so it wasn't that hard to shift. Or you have Lucy and Edalus Lucy, but even that was, future Lucy's just a little bit more broken and darker.
You just had the Fairy Male one in the 100-Year Quest.
Sorry, what?
There was the 100-Year Quest one.
Yes.
You just had too.
Yeah.
That was like a completely different version.
Yes. We were like trying to figure out how, because the 100-Year Quest, there were more than we had, like we have the other islands. We're like, oh my God, they look exactly like us. So that was another one where we're going, oh my gosh, how do we make this more theatrical and keep Lucy and Natsu a little bit more grounded, because they are the ones that we know, so they're more relatable to us. So yeah, it's a little bit of a combination of just like seeing the script, seeing how they're animated, and then talking with the director of figuring out how to make choices so they fit best in the world.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, I'm getting the signal, so we got time for about 1 or 2 more quick questions.
Hi, thanks for coming out. So Tia kind of already answered this question earlier, but I'm going to ask the rest of you. What would you say throughout your entire careers would be your most unhinged character you've ever voiced? I.e., someone that explored really the broad range of your vocal ability.
Did you say Miss Becky?
Yes. See, you already answered that.
Different hinges for different doors.
I have a couple. I've got Twizzly Gummy Cookie from Cookie Run Kingdom. I do
Twizzly
like
is a
her.
great name.
Yeah. The Umbrella Girl?
Yeah, the umbrella. That's a good. From D. Grayman. She's unhinged in one way. Gage from Borderlands is pretty unhinged. And then, yeah, I think today I'll go with Gage. That'll be my choice today. Tomorrow it may change.
I'd say either Twizzly Gummy Cookie or Sody Pop, because I
I just want to steal your credit card, man. I have like a whole horde of them.
He does. He has a horde of credit cards he steals. So one of the.
Awesome, thank you.
All right, this will be our last question.
Okay, so each of your characters could have another friend from the Fairytail verse. What character would you want your character to be friends with?
No, who would be our friend? Oh, good friend.
Roxas.
Okay.
Be my bestie.
Horologium. Oh, yeah. Great choice.
I want to climb into a giant
Yes.
clock and turn the world off.
Yeah. He'll talk for you and carry you everywhere. I saw a mom who had 5 children, and all of them cosplaying as celestial spirits. She was cosplaying as Lucy, and her stroller was Horologium, and I thought that was the smartest thing I'd ever seen. And so it's like an adult stroller, which I would really like a Horologium. But I will pick Panther Lily, because I have 2 black cats at home, and I just love Panther Lily so much.
That's wonderful. Thank you guys. Have a great day.
Thank you guys so much for the great question.
Thank you, everyone. Let's give it another round of applause for the amazing ladies in Fairytail. All right, now before you leave, we're all going to take a giant group photo, so if everyone wants to come up into the front.